My name is Brian. My boat is a 1985 Ericsson 32 named Rumour. I started sailing single-handed in 2020. I'm currently preparing to sail to Hawaii and back solo. I suppose if you go way back, my parents had me sailing when I was still in diapers. I was pretty lucky to grow up with sailing as a family hobby. Some families camp, some families ski, some families travel or play sports. Mine happened to sail a lot on boats like about this size, about the 30-foot range. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for getting me involved with sailing. I think the original spark to sail to Hawaii arrived when my friend and I started watching Christian Williams on YouTube. We both watched him sail his Ericsson 32 to Hawaii and back single-handed, and would talk about the experience that we saw on video, what we read in his books, what maybe wasn't shown on camera, and would talk about what it would be like to have that same experience. When I first saw the Ericsson 32 in his videos, I kind of fell in love with the boat, even though I hadn't been on one yet. The interior layout reminded me so much of the boats that my parents had when I was a kid. Everything from the layout to where the chart table is, to the galley layout, to the exterior styling of the boat. A lot of really nice thick gel coat, non-plumb bow and inverse transom. Just all looks so much like the boats that I was on a lot when I was a kid. In October of 2023, I was laid off from my job. And after working in my industry for about 30 years, I decided I needed a break. So I started working on the boat full time and setting my sights on Hawaii. I also decided to volunteer some time with local sailing organizations. Volunteerism is something I haven't really done a lot in my past. So I was really eager to help out with the community and help other people go sailing. One of the clubs I joined was the SingleHanded Sailing Society of San Francisco, or the SSS. When I found the SSS, it was kind of by mistake, actually, because their website wasn't working so well. I thought maybe the club had disbanded. The website itself was slow, mostly unavailable, so I helped them rebuild their website on new cloud infrastructure, along with the forums, and got all that ready for them. And it was really fun to see the new site running and how happy a lot of the club members were that their forums were available again and easy to navigate. I'm also coaching the junior sailing program for Richmond Yacht Club over this past winter and into the spring, and it's been great. I really enjoy coaching a lot. I've been working a lot with the beginners and novices, which range in age from about 8 to 13. And it's great to see them start understanding what to do in the boat. They're all sailing their own Optimist or El Toro by themselves, and so they're in total control of what happens. Myself and the other coaches, we drive whalers around and like shout instructions or corrections or help them with gear problems from time to time. But it's really great to see them start taking control of the vessel and knowing what to do in which situation. No, volunteering doesn't have much to do with getting to Hawaii, but I found that working full-time on the boat tends to drain a lot of energy, and I need to find different ways to like refuel the dopamine fix that you get from when you get stuck on projects. So when I'm stuck on a project on the boat, I have these other outlets that I can put some energy into and make some things happen. That feels really good. I was aiming for the SingleHanded Trans-Pacific Yacht Race this summer that starts in June 2025. The SHTP is a single-handed race, starts in San Francisco and goes to Honolulu Bay and Kauai. And I'm not a big racer myself. I enjoy racing for probably the reason that a lot of cruisers do, is because it gets me back on the water. But I'm not looking to be super competitive. Going with a SHTP would be great for the camaraderie of the other racers and the support of the race committee. Additional set of eyes watching you on the water and watching your tracker, and if you run into trouble, you have someone you can call for help. Not that anyone can get out there to help you, but hopefully they can help you figure out what to do on your own. And the race arrives in a stunning location. Honolulu Bay and Kauai is one of the penultimate sightseeing locations on all the Hawaiian Islands. So I got myself into some larger projects, and the more I uncovered in the boat, the more I found that needed fixing. The boat is 40 years old at this point. The extra workload and part delays and other things have really added on to the scope of the refit. After I took the master and rig down for repairs, I had to open the headliner inside the boat and the ceiling to access some through bolts for the gear that needed to come off the cabin top. And when I started taking the headliner apart, I found a ton of mold and water intrusion. So after I tore the headliner out, I got into the project of basically rebuilding the ceiling of the boat. It was pretty nasty. This involved a lot of core cell, closed cell foam, fairing compounds, lots of resin, laminating, a couple layers of primer, and some top coats of paint. In general, it took me months to get that done, and took up most of last summer. The ceiling is beautiful now, but it doesn't help me get to Hawaii. What it will do is it'll help me identify any leaks and water intrusion in the future. And it definitely made the cabin feel a lot more comfortable inside without that dirty headliner in there. But refinishing the ceiling ate up most of the summer, and when the winter came, the winter brought rains, which slowed down progress on the outside of the boat. So I'm still working through a lot of the projects that I had last year. The main focus right now is getting the rig back up. As you can see from looking at the boat, there's no stick standing tall that can hold sails up. As I call it, it's the world's worst power boat right now. So the mast and spreaders have been taken off, sanded, repainted. I got a new boom from Ballinger Spar Systems. So that'll be really nice. It's a lot more lightweight and a lot more simple as far as the way it's constructed. It should be sturdier as well. Also putting on a new headstay furler, a new boom vang, a new backstay adjuster. All new running rigging. On the cabin top will be new deck organizers, new winches, new clutches, running all the way back to the cockpit. We'll be doing some custom reef tacks and some other things on the mast and boom that'll make it much easier to sail this boat from the cockpit without having to go on deck. We've also moved the main traveler to the cockpit. It's actually right underneath me right here. It's beautiful. It's a Harken low beam track that's through bolted through the bridge deck, the cockpit. Really looking forward to having that new traveler here in the cockpit rather than on the cabin top. For single handing especially, it'll make it a lot easier to pull in the mainsail. After we get done with the rig, there's a number of other projects as well. Putting a hydrovane on the stern, that'll be my self-steering under wind power. We'll also already have an autopilot installed, so I've got a backup system there. The hydrovane's nice because it also serves as an e-rudder in case the main rudder fails for the boat. I'm upgrading the battery bank to a lithium bank, which also means other things have to change as well. I'm moving to an Arco 225 amp high output alternator, which will necessitate the installation of serpentine belt on the M25 universal engine. So I'm replacing all the pulleys on the V-belt system that's on the engine now. There's also going to be an external regulator. I've also chosen the Arco Zeus. It's an all-in-one package that provides Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NMEA 2000, and every other kind of input and output that you can think of that you'd want for an external regulator. I've also chosen Victron as the battery manufacturer for this boat. I'm going to be putting in two 200 amp hour lithium batteries. So there'll be 400 amp hour for the house bank, which should be more than enough for anything I want to do on board. I'm really excited. I've gone through the different bouts of depression and feeling down, not moving as fast as I'd like to, and getting to that goal that I want. But I think Eckhart Tolle said it best: if you're not enjoying the journey along the way towards a goal, the goal really becomes meaningless at that point. So I found a lot of pleasure and joy in just focusing on what I'm doing right now, looking back over the things that I've learned. I've learned a ton about composites and how to build the sandwich structure in a boat, which is going to become invaluable for anything that I want to do on this boat.
This is the reality of boat projects. When you start taking things apart, there's no way to anticipate what you're going to find, especially on an older boat. As I always say, people do weird things to boats and houses. My hope was to make Hawaii this summer, in 2025. The reality is I'll probably make it next summer. By holding off, I'll give myself a chance to make this boat more comfortable and capable, and also have some time to run some shakedown cruising experiments with the boat to ensure all the systems are working as expected. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the water.